Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Today we will be talking about the Horizon Report 2016 K-12 edition, which we started last week. Last week we talked about the key trend, and today we will be discussing the important development in educational technology, which is divided to three categories: time to adoption for one or less, time to adoption for two or 3 years, time to adoption for 4 to 5 years, and my part is 1 year adoption. And the two focuses in this is maker spaces and online learning. And the maker spaces are becoming more popular in K-12 environments thanks to their hands-on nature. And a student in maker spaces learn valuable skills such as designing, prototyping, problem solving, critical thinking, patience, and resilience. Developing this ability through creative play helps students qualify the need of the future workplace. And the other focus is online learning, which is referred to both formal and informal educational opportunities that take place through the web. The acceleration of online learning to widespread is largely in part to school implementation BYOD, or bring your own devices policies. And that's it for the 1 year or less.
Okay, for the midterm, which is 2 to 3 years, it talks about robotics and virtual reality. Robotics really just started off as being like for like assembly lines, and the military was using it, but now it's becoming more mainstream, and they're predicting that by 2020 the robotics population is going to double to 4 million. So it's going to be pretty mainstream to see robotics in everywhere you go. As far as the classroom, you see a lot of it in like STEAM and STEM, where they include that. I know at my school we have a robotics club where kids like build their own robots and things like that. Um, so it's just getting them to use like that creativity and that creative knowledge in the class to get things to work, and just a lot of problem solving. And the other one was virtual reality, which on its most basic level is kind of like what, I don't know, I did it when I was in school. It's like you take a 3D image on a computer and you manipulate it with your mouse or your keypad. But now it's more of like wearing the headsets and exactly you're really there. You see it a lot in the classrooms. I think for like kids who lose like can't come to school because they're sick, or like kids who are like cancer and they can't leave the hospital, they can actually join a virtual reality classroom with all their friends. So it's like they're in a classroom even though they're really not. And you can just use VR to help manipulate things. And again, it's a lot of problem solving, a lot of critical thinking that comes with using those things. And like I said, this was in 2016, so 2 to 3 years is around this time. Like I said, I see robotics with my kids. Like I said, we have a robotics club. I don't really see a lot of VR, so I don't know how that works for me personally. But I know robotics is something that we use. The kids like have robot wars and stuff at the end of the year, so where they get to like they set up in the gym like this ring and they go and kill each other's robots, which is pretty interesting. So that's all I have.
Okay, so my part is the far term for 4 to 5 years. Artificial intelligence is the first topic that I'll talk about. So AI devices are being developed that are taking more human-like qualities, such as voice, tone, and language. This essentially is making AI devices less recognizable as a traditional robot sounding device, and is allowing for more integration among other consumer sectors. Siri, Alexa, Cortana are all examples of popular virtual assistants that we utilize every day. It is estimated that AI is at least 5 years away from widespread utilization in K through 12 education. But I can see some aspects of the AI already being integrated into the classrooms with some computer programs. Um, I found a really cool fact within the article that said that there's a AI device called Chatbox that allows for students to interact with when they're struggling with something, certain concepts, which essentially is helping the chat box or the AI device to become a virtual tutor, which is really helpful. Could be really helpful in the classroom. It's obviously a great device for at home when kids are working on homework, and also at school when students are working on independent assignments to help them work towards an increased understanding of and mastery of the subject that they're currently on. Also within the article, it discussed how Google, Amazon, and Microsoft have changed the way people search for things online, and the way that they'll change the way people search for things is providing a more personalized experience for the things that people see online based on the searcher's past behavior and location. I personally like the customized approach of tailoring related content. However, one of the cons is I personally do not feel I feel like I'm always being watched or tracked online because of them personalizing that experience to me. I'm always feeling like, oh, someone, I don't know who, someone, and is tracking, obviously tracking our locations, and tracking what we're doing in our behaviors online. That's the only con that I personally have to it. The second part component of the article was talked about wearable technology. Wearable technology devices have been integrated to allow people to collect, monitor data, and accomplish tasks. Some of the areas that are tracked are social media usage, interactions, location, movement, and sleep. And it's projected to include more implantables in the future. I don't know how. I don't like that part, but it's projected to have for humans to have implantables in the future where obviously it's directly embedded into the body. I'm not sure if you have to take a pill or something, or maybe it's some kind of shot where they can implant into your body or whatever. It's kind of similar to like the microchips that dogs have to track their location if they're lost or stolen. And based on the data collected, the device sends suggestions to the user to help them better meet their goals and things like that. It also helps users to adjust their habits and behaviors to reach their goals. It did state that it was utilized in PE classes to help provide grades to the teachers based on individual skill mastery, which I thought was really good. The teachers, because it's kind of hard to grade, as many kids sometimes are in the PE classrooms. So it allowed for individual skill mastery levels to be sent to the PE teachers to essentially turn them into grades. Also a cool fact in this part of the article, in Chicago, students are wearing fitness trackers to help turn their points, they're tracking their steps that they earn into food for malnourished children. So the more students walk and the more active the students are, the more food is donated to the third world countries and things like that. One of the two of the SC standards that I felt related to this article. These articles were the SC standards for educators, which was learner. It says educators continually improve their practice by learning from and with others and exploring proven and promising practices that leverage technology to improve student learning. And that went directly with the artificial intelligence, with the virtual tutors.
Mhm.
Also, the leader aspect of the educator standard is educators seek out opportunities for leadership to support student empowerment and success and to improve teaching and learning. By integrating some of these devices into the classroom, will help empower learners and will increase student engagement to help students, improve with their learning, and also the teachers, the way in which they teach. And that's all that I have for this part.
Thank you.
Cool. Sounds good. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yes.